was a thread about if two people are getting a divorce, does that mean that they are really separate of each other and they stop loving each other? That was the thread all about. So that got me thinking about how when two people really fall in love and choose each other to be with by conscious agreement that they both are going to or they
They're
want.
basically in love, in simple language, when it's a love marriage.
Yeah, no, but sometimes I think arranged marriage also, like once you meet, you will somewhere fall in love, no? That you will.
Yeah, that is love after.
Love after
come
marriage.
arranged or
Yeah, whatever.
after
Love after marriage, love before marriage,
Yeah.
whatever it is. When it suddenly was feeling all amazing in the beginning and then slowly the relationship started deteriorating. Especially, keeping the abuses aside, I'm not talking about the abuses. Like, if there is a physical sexual abuse, then it's a big no-no. But let us say there are other common regular problems, like say about materialistic fights, adjustments, likings and dislikings and preferences. So at that point in time,
But don't you think mostly divorces happen only after abuse?
I don't think these days the divorces are happening only after abuse. People are divorcing when people start to snore. People are divorcing for stupid things. I recently saw a movie, by the way. It's called something in Tamil. I saw the movie called Dear. Okay? So, that movie, he has a problem that the girl snores. The guy is good. His problem is that he's a light sleeper. Okay? And he's in the news media is his profession or whatever, and the girl snores, and they actually like each other and they get married, but then the moment he realizes that she snores, they start, they really work about the relationship for a long time, but eventually they go for a divorce and the divorce does not happen and they just adjust. So it's a nice movie, time pass, one can watch it. So in that movie I realized that people are the whole topic of divorce is very, like, Tummunal divorce, Vanana divorce, Andamari. That is how it's going these days, right? So when there are little things that one can mend in a relationship or really adjust between each other, I think divorces are not really required. It's the point is that, see, first of all, when somebody is found somebody, and if they cannot, work things around with them, it's not really promised that the next person whom they are going to get is not going to be of a different order, right?
But what if they choose to be single forever?
I don't think it's I don't believe in being.
Yeah, I think we are social beings.
Yeah,
we
it's not
want
possible.
that partner,
Yeah,
to
it's
go
really,
a long way. We need that partner.
It really takes a very dedicated choice of a person being so self-aware and self-directed. More than, I was going to use the word self-consumed. I don't think so. The point is, it is, if they are really self-aware and self-directed in a certain direction, that they want to explore the world without anybody else, and they've chosen to be that, that's the only time you can be single. But let's say you already got into a marriage or a relationship, or probably multiple failed relationships, then eventually marriage, it's really not possible for you to be alone. So basically where I'm heading to is that I feel that divorces, if can be sorted out within the four walls, the reason for the divorces, if it is not too very massive and it's only about a sibling kind of fight, like she's doing this, I'm doing this is ego, I let go of this, you did not let go of this, all of this silly things, if that is leading to a divorce, then I really think that, first of all, I believe that matches are made in heaven. When matches are made in heaven, then you have already signed up for so many things that you would do mutually together to evolve together. So the more you really acknowledge that, if you really went into a moment of a marriage, a wedding or whatever it is, by choice, it really can be given chances, and divorce is probably not the thing. But over and above everything, if somebody really feels from the heart that they are done with a relationship, sometimes what happens is that karmic relationships extend to a marriage because of some karmic issues, like in the past, in their own lives, past lives they would have probably hurt somebody, and then eventually they will say, I will serve you until this period in the institution of marriage, and then I will divorce you, or whatever it is. So if by the end of it, I think, like you always say, that we should follow the heart. And
But yeah, this following the heart, it's sometimes a lot of
It's,
filters on it. It's like
yeah,
people
yeah.
do not know what is following the heart.
see,
Even
basically,
we
I
don't
think-
know. Sometimes we also falter at following the heart.
I think if anybody in a relationship are able, like if two people in a relationship or in a marriage, if they are able to be happy, if they have immense happy moments with each other, and if they are really spending time with each other, and if they're having great intimate moments with each other where they're really opening out, in bed or whatever it is. So if that is the case, then if anything is interfering, then they need to look at why the interference is coming, or why the thought of separation is coming at all. Because it's so easy to break things, but to rebuild it, or to have the hope to
Or even restart it.
restart it, yeah, and have the hope that one point in time I will be able to have a happy marriage, so called defined happy marriage. It's not possible, because I think people really need to accept that everybody is a work in progress. There is no perfect man or perfect female, and there's no perfect partner that you will find out of the movie screen. It's not like that. And the more you both are, the more the couple, or we both are able to really bend and surrender again, direct, it would
Yeah, the main thing is about having conversations, really.
exactly,
about-
everything can be spoken about. And the first thing I feel is we should be friends. Whoever are the two people who want to get into the marriage, whether it's an arranged marriage or a love marriage or whatever it is, spend a lot of years together before jumping into the tie-up of a marriage thing. Because that time you would end up knowing the person and being friends. There will be no judgments, there will be no differences, and it would really be a fun thing to do. And only if two friends are together sharing roles and everything, then you can raise a child. Otherwise, if it's only a single thing and it's always a one-sided thing, there's no point, because then the child also won't be happy. There won't be anything to look forward to in the relationship. Because when you want to come back home from your work or something like that, there should be a happy home. And if there is no happy home, then everything is screwed in your life. So whether it's the and I've heard of women having issues about so many things. By the end of it, women want time. That is for sure. Women want time and presence of the man. So let us say the man
But
is
the man mostly thinks that the woman wants materials, and
exactly
that's
that's
what it
not
is.
true.
That's not
The
true.
materials is only like, for example, let's say the woman goes ahead and hears to somebody in the neighbors and tries to find a lunch place or a dinner place or a something, we will take the children and go. She only basically wants the family time. It's not about validation at all.
It's not about the necklace. It's not about the ring.
About it, no. I don't think personally, even if it is that, it's just a sold concept for a lady, because by the end of it, she really requires the presence and love. And I really understand on the other side, the man who comes back home really needs a happy family. If the lady is screaming
Also
about,
needs the presence and love only.
exactly. So because he would have had such a turbulent day, let's assume the boss did something and whatever it is, he's unhappy about it, and he comes back home, and again if the house environment also is pestering and annoying, then it would not be a nice place for him to come. So, and also I believe that the women of the home also need to do something more other than just be a homemaker. I know there's a lot of work in being a homemaker and they are very occupied. But let us say if they practice some kind of a hobby or some small business that they can do at home, which would keep them really occupied, because women can do a lot. Women are, multi talented beings. So if the lady of the house is engaging herself in something more which makes her feel validated herself, that she's independent and she can have a time for herself. It can be anything. It can even be writing small poems or whatever it is, which we write. I mean, these days anything can be made a business, and if anything at all, even a little thing about
I think the one most important thing is, apart from even keeping yourself busy and all that, it's really about communication between the two people involved.
Yes, absolutely.
So if they communicate what they want, what they feel,
Yes.
then
Yeah.
everything
So
can just work out.
Exactly. You know what? I think I feel that after an arranged marriage is done, let's say they don't know each other, they should really spend time, so much of time with each other in understanding each other, with so much of talks that they can have about their personal lives. Like, these days, whether it's from a, tier 2 or a village or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
even after 15 years, we still have so many things to talk about.
Exactly.
We still have, like, some things we don't even know. Like, you've not shared something that has happened in your childhood or something like that. There's still something new that I find out.
Correct. Like today about the pink watch thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So basically the thing is, I think talking is really, really important, and sharing everything. See, that's what I was saying, that whether it's a tier 2 city or a village or a city girl, whatever, girl or a guy, everybody would have had relationships. Everybody would have had failures. Everybody would have had all of the things that we have been exposed to. There's nothing to hide, right? It's not that you were born and you were, destined to be with somebody and that person was going to be pure for you. That's a stupid thing to look forward to, because by the end of it, every girl is looking for that, ideal man to be with, and the guy is looking for the ideal female to be with. So they would have gone through so many, breakups, abusive partners or whatever it is. And if the partners, each other, once they are in, a relationship, if they're open to speaking about it, that is so important, because once you really understand the person's emotions on a very depth level, or even the way they were brought up, like, most of the women in a culturally tight situation are brought up with very strict rules. Like, for example, in my house, I was not allowed to go back home after 6 p.m. Right? It was like I have to be home before it gets dark. To a very large time, that was a rule of the house. So these things also is, it would have like really squeezed in the freedom of the girl. So these things are something that we really need to talk about with each other, so that the relationship can keep building. Because by the end of it, once the unit of these two people, the female and the male, is very strong, then there is nothing that can come in between. I mean, of course, there can be a mother-in-law or a sister-in-law or somebody else in the family who is, for the girl or the guy or whatever it is, who is, kind of strict and wants to interfere and all of that. But the moment these two get close, you would be able to talk about every situation at home. And the boy will be able to console the girl about even the tough moments she has in a new home, or, the other way around. Let's say the boy is not accepted by the girl's father. Whatever it is, it's everything can be spoken. It's not, there is
in one line, communication is key.
Communication is key. And it's a saying, right? Like, whatever the husband's wife's relationship is, keep it inside the four walls. So basically, in the four walls, what do? You just become best friends. The moment you become best friends inside your room, then there is nothing that can really break the relationship.
It's all about being friends and having fun together.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yes, I agree. So coming back to the thing that we started with, I really think divorces can be worked on to a very, very large extent, and they should not end up in, series of piling up things which will lead to a mega picture of breaking up. Because most of the relationships, because they are in love, and they would have felt that innocent love for the first time, the happy marriage. Because marriage though is every girl's dream. Like, she dreams of it from when she's a little baby. So when that is happening with somebody, she would give it 1,000%. And so should the guy, and they should really, really try and work the relationship. That's what it is. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.